32 fire stations in Cape Town that have opened their doors today to mark this International Day. And of course, joining me is the spokesperson for Cape Town Fire and Rescue Services, Jermaine Correll. So Jermaine, a very warm good day to you. Let us talk about International Firefighters Day. What is the significance of celebrating this day, and then also why, as we see behind us, schools and the public really invited to come and see what's happening at this fire station?
Yes, thank you, and to your viewers as well. Yes, we celebrated International Firefighters Day for the work that these brave young men and women do for the different communities that they serve. But we must also take cognizance of the fact for those firefighters that passed on in the line of duty. So during the 2-year hiatus, we didn't have schools or children, like you can see here behind us, coming to visit our fire stations due to the COVID pandemic, and obviously that's putting operational staff at risk. We've got 32 fire stations, and during that time, I'm proud to say, we didn't have one fire station closed as the result of the COVID pandemic. But today, with the open door policy that the city has now introduced for the 4th of May, we're welcoming all these children that they're going to be taken through to the various stages that's going to be set up for them. Because I think a lot of people have this idea that we only put the wet stuff on the red stuff, and that's far from the truth. We've got the guys that's medically qualified, guys that does the technical rescue, guys that does abseiling, and this will all be showcased to you later on where the different staging areas have been set up.
Now Jermaine, I know that Cape Town and the Western Cape also quite prone to wildfires and quite prone to informal settlement fires. We've just seen the massive blaze in Langa in Joe Slovo a week or so ago. So in terms of firefighting efforts, what goes into resources, human resources as well as hard resources like the appliances we see behind us? How big is the City of Cape Town's fire services a component of resources, both human and otherwise?
Well, I think we are one of the fortunate municipalities in South Africa, or even Southern Africa, because we've got 32 fire stations on a daily basis open. We're talking about resources, about 32 fire engines on run, water tankers, rescue vehicles, technical facilities, as well as the aerial appliances, the turntable ladders that the city acquired. And on a daily basis, we've got 240 staff, a minimum of 240 staff on duty 24/7, with a total stock of 974 permanent firefighters. So the city is well resourced for any event. As you alluded to earlier, the Langa incident, we had about 10 fire appliances as well as a number of water tankers there, and that is in addition to the other stations that were still operational to see to other emergencies if they should arise.
And then just, training. What kind of training are we talking about? Often people, when we are in distress, we call the fire department. So what kind of training goes into getting an applicant from applying to be part of the service to actually going out there and literally saving lives?
Well, this training program is about a 9-month period. We start from the basics of firefighting up to the wildland firefighting, where most of the firefighters participate in when we get the grass and the bushfires or the mountain fires. And then obviously with the structural fires, the high-rise buildings, the dwelling fires, the informal settlement fires, and that is all set up at the training academy at Epping. We go through all these stages, and it's quite an intense 9-month period. Many try, and there's a select few that obviously pass that course. But when you finish that 9-month course, you're a professional firefighter and proud to be one of the city's own firefighters.
Jermaine Correll, sir, thank you so much for speaking to us very briefly there. Of course, the city's Fire and Rescue Services spokesperson, just talking to us about some of the events taking place at the city's 32 fire stations. And of course, behind me, a group of young aspirant firefighters, some of them wearing their firefighting garments and also dressing up as firefighters today. Very excited to be part of this event to mark International Firefighters Day, to pay tribute to those men and women that go out there working long hours, often putting their very own lives in danger to ensure that they save the lives, properties and livelihoods of us, members of the public.